Donald Trump decided to exhibit a new symptom of dementia this week when he created a false memory in order to tell people what it was like when he went to go vote, I'm assuming in the 2024 presidential election, or perhaps in the 2022 midterms. At the time, Donald Trump, of course, was living in Florida, as most retirees do, not most, but a lot of them. And he claimed on Monday, while trying to justify his takeover of the nation's voting system, that when he went to vote in Florida, they asked him for all kinds of things, including his license plate number. Here's what they said, or he said, excuse me. They asked me for my license plate. I said, I don't know if I have it. And they said, sir, you have to have it. I was very impressed, actually. Because in the state of Florida, you have to go in, you have to show your ID, you have to prove your signature. And I did not know this, even though I voted in all Florida elections. You have to tell them your license plate number off your car. Otherwise, you don't get to vote, because that's how strict Florida's voting laws are, according to Donald Trump. Now, the problem with this, and again, I can tell you from experience, because I'm also a Florida voter and the rules are uniform across the state, that's not a thing. That's not ever been a thing. And do you know why it's not a thing? Because giving somebody your license plate number means absolutely nothing. Not to mention the fact that a lot of people don't have license plates numbers because they don't have vehicles. So if somebody doesn't own a car, Donald, are they just not allowed to vote? Or how about this? Like, both the cars that my family has, my car and my wife's car, are in my name. So the tag is registered in my name. We only do that, it's easier to just renew them both at the same time each year. So if she were to give that license plate, it would come back with my name, and she wouldn't be allowed to vote. That makes no sense, because it doesn't get done. But what this is, by the way, is Donald Trump creating a false memory. And that's how we have to start looking at these things, folks. Obviously, this is not the first time he's done it, but he said it so emphatically. And that's the way he lies about everything, that we need to take a second look at all of the lies that Donald Trump tells. Because maybe they're not lies. Maybe they are false memories. And a false memory can be something that happened 2 hours ago, or 2 months ago, or 2 years ago, or 20 years ago. It doesn't matter. So maybe the reason Donald Trump is in fact a pathological liar is not because he's intentionally trying to deceive us, but because that's what he genuinely thinks has happened. And if that is the case, then that is a very common and frequent symptom of dementia. I went ahead, I looked it up. It was like creating false memories. Technically, it can be a symptom of a lot of different neurological and psychological conditions, but dementia is number one. And that's how we have to start viewing this, right? I mean, Republicans for 4 years told us every day, Joe Biden has dementia. Joe Biden is senile. Joe Biden may have Alzheimer's. And if Joe Biden had said something like this, like, hey, I had to show my license plate to vote, it would have been headline news for days and days and days and days and days. Trump does it, barely a mention, right? This happened Monday. It's now Friday. But this is a symptom of dementia, depending on the intent. And that's where it gets a little fishy here, right? Was Donald Trump saying this because he's justifying his illegal takeover of America's voting systems? Or is he saying it because his brain told him, no, remember this happened, even though it didn't? It's the intent. Because in dementia, the way they determine, false memories linked to dementia is it's a false memory without the intent to deceive. And it's obviously pretty easy to say Trump is clearly trying to deceive people. But he's already done the thing, right? He's already announced he's taken over the voting systems. He's getting rid of mail-in ballots, which will hurt Republicans more than Democrats. He's getting rid of the voting machines. He's already doing the thing that he may be lying to justify. So the lie to justify it is not necessary Meanwhile, the false memory could just be a thing that popped up. So I don't know, because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a neurologist, I'm not a psychiatrist. I can't tell you, I cannot give this man a diagnosis. But based on what I have seen and the research that I have done, which Republicans always tell us to do our own research, right? Well, based on that, it looks, once again, like Donald Trump is just ticking every single box for somebody suffering from dementia. Thanks for watching, everyone. You know, we're inching closer and closer to 1 million subscribers, and we're aiming to hit that goal before the year closes. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thanks for joining us as we head towards this huge milestone.